Good evening. My name is James Monroe Iglehart, and I want to thank you all for joining us for our special virtual concert of the songs of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't wait for you to see some of my dearest friends, who also happen to be some of Broadway's brightest stars, entertain you with their imaginative creativity using only props and clothing found around their house. Now, my friends and I are huge fans of this legendary film, but we're not only performing tonight just to sing the songs. No, tonight we're raising money for two incredible organizations, the Actors Fund and the Lymphoma Research Foundation. It is a privilege to celebrate the performing arts and lymphoma communities. In case you didn't know, the Actors Fund is a national human services organization that provides a safety net for entertainment professionals over their lifespan. With offices in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago, the fund serves everyone in film, theater, television, music, opera, radio, and dance. Everyone in front of the camera and behind the camera, on stage and backstage. The Actors Fund serves them all. Now, this next organization is very close to my heart, as my wife is a Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor. With a mission to eradicate lymphoma and serve those touched by this disease, the Lymphoma Research Foundation is the nation's largest nonprofit devoted to improving care through education and support services and improving outcomes through investment in the most promising lymphoma research. So, that's why we're here tonight. But before we get started, I'd like to hand out a few special thank yous. First off, a special thank you to Tim Burton, Danny Elfman, and the Disney Music Group for their cooperation in allowing us to bring this concert to you tonight in the comforts of your own home. And a special thank you to tonight's sponsors. Kite, a Gilead company, is our premier sponsor, and Morphosis is our principal sponsor. So let me see, I think that's everything. I'm James Iglehart, Nightmare Before Christmas, Actors Fund, Lymphoma Research. Special thanks to the folks who actually created the project originally and our sponsors. I think that's it. Oh, wait, I'm forgetting some very special people. You. Thank you. Thank you for purchasing a ticket tonight. Thank you for your donations. Without you, this wouldn't happen. So, enjoy the show and happy Halloween.
Once upon a time, in a land few can travel, an event occurred that almost caused two holidays to unravel. Holidays, as a rule, stand on their own free and unique, but one stroke of a chance caused these two holidays to meet. What happened then was an adventure that was anything but serene, and it all started in the land of Halloween.
Something strange, come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a sing. Trick or treat, till the neighbors won't die of fright. It's our town, everybody scream. In this town of Halloween.
I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red. I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise.
Round that corner and hiding in the trash can, something's waiting out to pounce and howl and scream.
This is Halloween.
Red and black.
Slimy green.
Aren't you scared?
Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice. Take a chance and roll the dice. Ride with the moon in the dead of night.
Everybody scream. Everybody scream.
In our town of Halloween. I am the clown with the Halloween face.
Here in a flash and gone without a trace.
I am the who when you call
Who's there? I am the wind blowing through your hair.
I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. Tender lumplings everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare.
That's our job.
But we're not mean in our town of Halloween.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack, catch you in the bag and
Scream like a banshee naked out of your skin. This is Halloween, everybody scream. Would you please make way for a village Mr. Guy? Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king now. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Halloween, Halloween, Halloween,
As you can see, this Halloween had been a magnificent success. All the ghouls, vampires, and witches agreed this was definitely their best. Then they all turned to Jack to hear his thoughts on how the night had progressed. Didn't he agree? Wasn't it better than all the rest? Jack just smiled at his beloved friends, and of course he said yes. What else could he say? He was their leader, their guide. Yet while everyone in town went home quite satisfied, Jack Skellington took a very long walk with his ghostly dog Zero by his side.
There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. With the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charms, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With the wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off their feet. Yet year after year, it's the same routine, and I grow so weary of the sound of screams. And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing. Oh, somewhere deep inside of these bones, an emptiness began to grow. There's something out there far from my home, a longing that I've never known. I'm a master of fright and a demon of light, and I'll scare you right out of your path. To a guy in Kentucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky, and I'm known throughout England and France. And since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotations. Come on, no animal nor man can scream like I can with the fury of my recitations. But who here would ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire of his crown? If they only understood, he'd give it all up if he only could. Oh, there's an empty place in my bones that calls out for something unknown. The fame and praise come year after year as nothing for these empty tears.
Jack had every intention for this walk to lead him back home, but this inner struggle nagged at him and rattled his bones. Jack talked and talked to himself for so long that he hadn't even noticed the new path he was on. It was a bark from his dog Zero that brought him back around, and when Jack looked at where he was astounded at what he found. He was surrounded by trees, each with its own kind of door. Now the curiosity inside Jack was dying to know what they were for. Each tree he laid his eyes on was more intriguing than the last, until his eyes fell upon a design that made him gasp. This tree had a door in the shape of a tree. The door was decorated, colorful, and shiny, a tree within a tree. Jack just had to see. His bony hand turned the knob, and he heard a small gust of wind. Then the door rushed open, then slammed shut, but not before it sucked Jack in.
What's this? What's this? There's colors everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair. What's this? What's this? What's this? There's something very wrong. What's this? There's people singing songs. What's this? The streets are lined with little creatures laughing. Everybody seems so happy. Have I possibly gone daffy? What is this? What's this? There are children throwing snowballs instead of throwing heads. They're busy building toys and absolutely no one's dead. There's frost on every window. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. And in my bones I feel the warmth that's coming from inside. Oh, look, what's this? They're hanging mistletoe. They kiss? Why, that looks so unique. Inspired! They're gathering around to hear a story, roasting chestnuts on a fire. What's this? What's this? In here, they've got a little tree. How queer! And who would ever think? And why? They're covering it with tiny little things. They got electric lights on strings, and there's a smile on everyone. So now correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like fun. This looks like fun. Who could it be? I got my wish. What's this? Oh my, what now? The children are asleep, but look, there's nothing underneath. No ghouls, no witches here to scream and scare them or ensnare them. Only little cozy things secure inside their dreamland. What's this? The monsters are all missing and the nightmares can't be found. And in their place there seems to be good feeling all around. Instead of screams, I swear I can hear music in the air. The smell of cakes and pies are absolutely everywhere. The sights, the sounds, they're everywhere and all around. I've never felt so good before. This empty place inside of me is filling up. I simply cannot get enough. I want it, oh I want it, oh I want it for my own. I've got to know what is this place that I have found? What is this? Christmas Town?
Yes, Christmas Town, a place of warmth and cheer, a place Jack felt he needed to be more near. So, with the guile of a snake and the skill of a fox, Jack took every kind of light, stocking, ornament, toy, and box. And just because he knew no one would believe it to be so, Jack even took a small bucket of snow. He loaded it all up on a stolen motorized Christmas sleigh and rushed back to Halloween Town to show them all before the end of the day. He rode through Halloween Town with his new Christmas-style greeting and told everyone to gather in Town Hall for an emergency Christmas meeting.
There were objects so peculiar they were not to be believed all around, things to tantalize my brain. It's a world unlike anything I've ever seen, and as hard as I try, I can't seem to describe like a most improbable dream. But you must believe when I tell you this, it's as real as my skull, and it does exist. Here, let me show you. This is a thing called a present. The whole thing starts with a box.
A box?
Is it steel?
Are there locks?
Is it filled with the pox?
A pox? How delightful a pox.
No. Just a box with bright-colored paper. The whole thing's topped off with a bow.
A bow? But what? How ugly. What's in it? What's
Well,
in
that's
it?
the point of the thing, not to know.
It's a bat.
Will it bend?
It's a rat.
Will it break?
Perhaps it's the head that I found in a lake.
Listen now, you don't understand. That's not the point of Christmas land. Now pay attention. Now we pick up an oversized sock and hang it like this on the wall.
Oh yes, does it still have a foot?
Let me see. Let me look. Is it rotted and covered with goo?
Let me explain. There's no foot inside, but there's candy. Or sometimes it's filled with small toys.
Small toys?
Do they bite?
Do they snap or explode in the snap?
Or perhaps they just spring out and scare girls and boys.
What a splendid idea! This Christmas sounds fun. I fully endorse it. Let's try it one.
Everyone, please now, not so fast. There's something here that you don't quite grasp. Well, I might as well give them what they want. And the best, I must confess, I have saved for the last, for the ruler of this Christmas land is a fearsome king with a deep, mighty voice. At least that's what I've come to understand. And I've also heard it told that he's something to behold, like a lobster, huge and red. And he sets out to slay with his rain gear on, carting bulging sacks with his big great arms. That is so I've heard it said. And on a dark cold night, under full moonlight, he flies into a fog like a vulture in the sky. And they call him Santa Claus. Well, at least they're excited, though they don't understand that special kind of feeling in Christmas land. Oh well.
Poor Jack. His friends just didn't get it. And he knew if he didn't pursue this, he would live to regret it. So Jack gathered all of the Christmas gear back to his laboratory in his house, shut all the windows save one, then closed his front door and locked everyone out. Jack knew he had to concentrate to figure out this conundrum called Christmas. And once he did, he knew the outcome would be tremendous. And from then on, all the town heard coming from Jack's house were cheery songs, big explosions, and weird tinkering sounds. Jack had no idea that everyone was worried about him in Halloween Town.
Something's up with Jack, something's up with Jack. Don't know if we're ever gonna get him back.
He's all alone up there, locked away inside.
Never says a word.
Hope he hasn't died.
Something's up with Jack, something's up with Jack.
Yes. Christmas time is buzzing in my skull. Will it let me be? I cannot tell. There are so many things I cannot grasp. When I think I've got it, then at last, through my bony fingers it does slip, like a snowflake in a fiery grip. Some things here I'm not quite getting, though I try, I keep forgetting, like a memory long since past. Here in an instant, gone in a flash. What does it mean? What does it mean? In this little bric-a-brac, a secret waiting to be cracked. These dolls and toys confuse me so, confound it all, I love it though. Simple objects, nothing more, but something's hidden through a door, though I do something's there I cannot see. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I've read these Christmas books so many times. I know the stories and I know the rhymes. I know the Christmas carols all by heart. My skull's so full it's tearing me apart. As often as I've read them, something's wrong. So hard to put my bony finger on. Or perhaps it's really not as deep as I've been led to think. Am I trying much too hard? Of course it's been too close to see. The answer's right in front of me. Right in front of me. It's simple really, very clear, like music drifting in the air. Invisible but everywhere. Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it. You know, I think this Christmas thing is not as tricky as it seems. And why should they have all the fun? It should belong to everyone. Not everyone, in fact, but me. Why, I could make a Christmas tree, and there's no reason I can find I couldn't handle Christmas time. I bet I could improve it too, and that's exactly what I'll do. Eureka! I've got it! Christmas this year will be ours!
Finally, Jack had it figured out. He knew unequivocally what Christmas was all about. This Christmas would be his. It would be fantastic, colossal, and a surprise for all the kids. He had the plan, he had the skill, just one more thing to do before his dream could be fulfilled. He had to tell Sandy Claus. But how to do it gave him pause. You see, Jack was much too busy to do it himself, so he called on 3 little experts for some extra help.
Kidnap Mr. Sandy Claus?
I want to do it.
Let's draw straws. Jack said we should work together, 3 of a kind.
Birds of a feather, now and forever.
La 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 la. Kidnap the Sandy Claus, lock him up real tight. Throw away the key and then turn off all the lights. First we're going to set some bait inside a nasty trap and wait. When he comes a-sniffing, we will snap the trap and close the gate.
Wait, I've got a better plan to catch this big red lobster man. Let's pop him in a boiling pot, and when he's done, we'll butter him up.
Kidnap the Sandy Claus, throw him in a box. Bury him for 90 years, then see if he talks. And then Mr. Oogie Boogie Man can take the whole thing over then.
He'll be so pleased, I do declare,
that he will cook him rare. Whee!
I say that we take a cannon, aim it at his door, and then knock 3 times, and when he answers, Sandy Claus will be no more!
You're so stupid. Think now, if we blow him up to smithereens, we may lose some pieces, and then Jack will beat us black and green. Kidnap the Sandy Claus, tie him in a bag, throw him in the ocean, then see if he is sad. Because Mr. Oogie Boogie is the meanest guy around. If I were on his boogie list, I'd get out of town.
He'll be so pleased by our success that he'll reward us too, I'll bet. Perhaps he'll make his special brew of snake and spider stew. We're his little henchmen and we take our job with pride. We do our best to please him and stay on his good side. I wish my cohorts weren't so dumb. I'm not the dumb one.
You're no fun.
Shut up!
Make me!
I've got something, listen now, this one is real good. You see, we'll send a present to his door. Upon there'll be a note to read. Now in the box we'll wait and hide until his curiosity entices him to look inside, and then we'll have him 1, 2, 3. Kidnap the Sandy Claus, beat him with a stick. Lock him up for 90 years, see what makes him tick. Kidnap the Sandy Claus, chop him into bits. Mr. Oogie Boogie is sure to get his kicks. Kidnap the Sandy Claus, see what we will see. Lock him in a cage and then throw away the key.
Poor Sandy Claus. He had no idea what was coming. He was busy going over his nice and naughty list while listening to a jolly tune his elves had been humming. And while Lock, Shock, and Barrel went to introduce themselves to good old St. Nick, the community of Halloween Town was preparing for their first Christmas with their best treats and tricks.
This time, making Christmas.
Making Christmas.
Making Christmas, making Christmas, it's so fine.
It's ours this time, and won't the children be surprised? It's ours this time.
Making Christmas.
Making Christmas. Making Christmas.
It's time to give them something fun. They'll talk about for years to come. Let's have a cheer from everyone. It's time to party. Making Christmas, making Christmas. Pigs and mice get wrapped up so nice, with spider legs and pretty bows.
It's ours this time.
All together, that and this, with all our tricks, we're making Christmas time.
Here comes Jack.
I don't believe what's happening to me. My hopes, my dreams, my fantasy.
Won't they be impressed? I am a genius. See how I transform the old rat into a most delightful hat.
My compliments from me to you on this your most intriguing hat. Consider though this substitute a bat in place of this old rat. No, that's all wrong. This thing will never make a present. It's been dead for far too long. Try something fresher, something pleasant. Try again, don't give up.
All together, that and this, with all our tricks, we're making Christmas time.
This time,
Making Christmas, la la la. It's almost here and we can't wait. So ring the bells and celebrate. 'Cause when the full moon starts to climb, we'll all sing out.
It's Christmas time!
Now, at this point in the story, I must change my point of view. For the jolly old elf those nefarious rascals captured was yours truly. It's true. I was uncomfortably stuffed into a giant black sack, and when they opened it, the first thing I saw was the huge grin of Jack. Before I could get a word in, he told me his cause. He told me I could take a vacation. For this year, he would be Santa Claus. Without another word, I was stuffed back in that sack, but not before I felt Jack steal my hat. Now, Jack told Lock, Shock, and Barrel to make sure I was comfortable. I heard that quite clearly, but where they left me was anything but comfortable or cheery.
Well, what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. He's ancient.
he's ugly. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seed now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, 'cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, 'cause this may be the last time that you hear the boogie song. Whoa. 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 I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. Well, if I'm feeling antsy and I've nothing much to do, I might just cook a special batch of snake and spider stew. And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice? A roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
Release me now, or you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
You're joking! You're joking. I can't believe my ears. Would someone shut this fella up? I'm drowning in my tears. It's funny. I'm laughing. You really are too much. And now, with your permission, I'm gonna do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Woo! Yeah! The sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air. 'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair. It's much more fun, I must confess, when lives are on the line. Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now won't that be just fine?
Release me fast, or you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin. You aren't comprehending the position that you're in. It's hopeless. You're finished. You haven't got a prayer. 'Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
I'll never forget that creepy night. But I still have the rest of this story to recite. The residents of Halloween Town were abuzz as they stood in town square, for they knew their haunted St. Nick would soon be there. Then Jack appeared dressed as me in his coffin-style sleigh, connected to 3 skeletal reindeer ready to lead his way. The whole town was swept up in the holiday spirit, except one young lady named Sally, who was wise enough to fear it. Should she tell Jack what was growing in her heart, or should she support her friend like the rest of the town and just do her part? No, Sally thought, this just isn't right. So Sally made a magical fog potion to block out the night. The fog grew thick as it started to rise, so thick you could hardly see your hand before your eyes. Jack looked at the fog and knew he couldn't fly through this. He sat down in the sleigh, dejected, knowing he'd lost his Christmas. But from the most unlikely place, a hero arose. Jack's faithful dog Zero and his very bright nose. Jack sent Zero to the front of the pack. Then off they flew, Zero, the reindeer, and a very jolly Jack.
I sense there's something in the wind that feels like tragedies at hand. And though I'd like to stand by him, can't shake this feeling that I have. The worst is just around the bend. And does he notice my feelings for him? And will he see how much he means to me? I think it's not to be. What will become of my dear friend? Where will his actions lead us then? Although
Ah, Sally, the only one around beside me who saw Jack's folly. While Jack owned the night feeling elated and jolly, house to house, Jack presented his holiday gifts without care, not realizing each gift had its own mission to scare. A choo-choo train with a flamethrower spout, a cute baby doll with demon eyes that pop out, a butcher knife-wielding teddy bear with no interest in snuggling, and an evil-minded drone shaped in the form of a foul-mouthed, sharp-toothed, ugly duckling. Children ran terrified under covers and into closets, while angry parents called the police claiming Santa had lost it. The world was screaming terror so loud, but Jack only heard winds of joy high above the clouds, which might explain why Jack didn't hear the cry of the guided missile aimed to knock him out of the sky. Boom! The missile hit the coffin sleigh, Jack, and the bony reindeer, and as they all fell to the ground, Jack heard the whole world cheer.
What have I done? What have I done? How could I be so blind? All is lost. Where was I? Spoiled all. Spoiled all. Everything's gone all wrong. What have I done? What have I done? Find a deep cave to hide in a million years they'll find me. Only dust and a plaque that reads, "Here lies poor old Jack." But I never intended all this madness. Never. And nobody really understood. I mean, how could they? That all I ever wanted was to bring them something great. Why does nothing ever turn out like it should? Well, what the heck? I went and did my best, and my God, I really tasted something swell. And for a moment, why, I even touched the sky, and at least I left some stories they can tell. I did. And for the first time since I don't remember when, I felt just like my old bony self again. And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King. That's right, I am the Pumpkin King. And I just can't wait until next Halloween, 'cause I've got some new ideas that will really make them scream, and by God, I'm really going to give it all my might. Uh-oh. I hope there's still time to set things right. Santa Claus.
And with that, Jack set out to find what happened to the real Santa Claus, and that was a very good thing, because Oogie Boogie not only had me, but now Sally too. For she had tried unsuccessfully to come to my rescue. Now we were both tied up, about to become snake and spider stew. But with the power possessed by only the Pumpkin King, Jack defeated Oogie Boogie easily, like it wasn't no thing. Then Jack untied us, apologized, and asked, could this Christmas still be saved? I said, of course it can. You just stay here with her and behave. Untied with my hat back, I smiled and said, just leave it to me. Put one finger on my nose and flew up the chimney.
It's Jack!
Jack's back!
Jack?
Jack's okay!
Jack's okay, and he's back okay
Christmas was saved. I should know. I did it. But there was one last present to deliver, and I couldn't wait to give it. Through the pumpkin door on the tree, I flew with my sleigh and surprised Halloween Town with something new that day.
What's this?
What's this? I haven't got a clue.
What's this?
Why, it's completely new. What's this?
Must be a Christmas thing.
What's this?
It's really very strange.
This is Halloween, 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 Halloween. What's this? 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 What's this?
My dearest friend, if you don't mind, I'd like to join you by your side, where we could gaze into the stars and sit together now and forever, for it is plain, as anyone can see, we're simply made to be.
And Jack and Sally, well, on that story, there's not much to cover. Finally, Jack and Sally had found one another. And that's the end of the story, at least from what I had seen, of the night that Christmas met Halloween.